Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Sips and Tips. My name is John Mills, and I am the sommelier here at Nino Salvaggio's in Bloomfield Township. Today we're going to talk about Spanish wine. I have Muga from Rioja, one of the most famous producers out in Rioja. This one is their Reserva line, and it is unfiltered. So that means you will have some sediment in your glass at the end, towards the end of the bottle. And the Reserva is going to be their age for about 3 years. 2 of it in American oak, 1 of it in stainless steel, but it has to be at most 3 years by law. Gorgeous wine for that purpose. It is going to be a light to medium-bodied wine. The Tempranillo is naturally going to have that really gorgeous high acid note to it, that medium body, but it has a little Graciano in there, which kind of brings out the weight to it, brings out that cigar boxy, that fresh autumn leaf smell to it, if you will. But the fruit characteristics are going to be red fruits. You're going to have those pomegranate, raspberry, bright cherry notes to it as well. And it pairs really well with lean meats. Put your fillets with it, put your porks with it, things like that. And you'll be one happy individual. And I'm going to show you now a really interesting white wine from a different part of the world. And for the interesting white that we have, I am going to talk about Trimbach gewurztraminer. This is from Alsace. You can't really talk about Alsace without talking about the Trimbach family. They have been doing it for about 17 generations now. They've been established in 1626. It's an absolute amazing wine. Their wines top the charts almost every year. Gewurztraminer is an Alsatian native grape, and it literally translates to spicy white wine. It's not as spicy as the name implies, but it pairs with all foods, which is one of the great things about this grape. It is low acid, extremely floral, and has this apricot undertone that you're really going to taste through. But one thing that I would definitely pair it with would be like a salad, some sort of vinaigrette or a base salad. You know, you're going to have that acid from the vinaigrette. You're also going to have that leafy greenness from the other ingredients, and this will pair nicely with it, but it also doesn't need food. So think of it on a cold, crisp day in your back patio with a fire going, and you'll be happy. That'll be what I have about Trimbach gewurztraminer. All right, and then again, just a reminder, here at Nino's we do, if you buy 4 or more bottles, you do get 10% off any bottle. You can mix and match any bottle you prefer. Just come talk to me, and we'll get you a cool selection. This weekly question is, what is the difference between cork and uncorked wines? Is there a difference at all? And the answer is yes, absolutely. Uncorked wines, so anything with a screw cap, the production of making that is cheaper. A great example is New Zealand. Their wines are about 80% of their productions, 80 to 90% of their productions are screw caps. And they do that because their wines are meant to be drank young. They're meant to be drank within 1 to 3 years. Because they want their wines to be fresh and vibrant, high acid, just goes with everything, easy to drink, quaffable. They don't want them to change over time because they won't change over time. They'll just get, flabby and worse. But when you get really high-end red wines or really high-end white wines, the winemaker wants those wines to be aged. They want them to change over time for the collectors. A cork is porous, so it allows some oxygen to get in, so the age process is still continuing. Not as much as, obviously, in the oak barrel, but it'll still change. Yes, there is absolutely a romance factor behind popping a cork, and that is a big component, but it never does not talk about the quality of the wine itself. There are extremely high quality wines that are in screw cap or in stealth enclosures or whatever you want to call them, and there are also some really high quality wines that are in cork, and low quality wines that are in cork too. But that's for a different story, and I will see you guys again next week. Thank you. Cheers.